We now return to Let's Play SimCity 1000. Alright, let's let this go for a bit. I'm actually going to back out just a little bit. Aggravating. Okay, we're making a considerable amount of money. Is police still enough? What about fire? We need more firemen. Okay, time to bump it up to 20%. Now it's adequate. Hurricane warning. Hostilities flare in Zaire. President turns 42. Gray skies ahead. Nasty air lawsuit. Roger Richards is in the hospital because he can't breathe without a respirator. Manny Jones, Roger's attorney, blurted the air conditions in New City make breathing hazardous. Okay. Traffic is now corrosive, according to people. And, yeah, we just need to wait on the development of the buses. Dr. Mom, municipality, crime-infested municipality. Crime is getting out of hand, and police don't seem to be able to stem the tide. Okay, we'll have to look at that. Grace, okay, cars are still colliding. Traffic is an issue. Traffic is a major issue, apparently. Where are the buses? I could put down rail. Rail is something you start with immediately, but because I didn't do the 10x10 grid and chose instead 9x9, it's not super helpful. Okay, we are starting to see more demand for residential. That's good. Right, okay, we need to look at you. 280 crimes reported with only 68 arrests. Now, unfortunately, Mr. Police Department here, our crime rate is comparable to the national average. Okay, what about bringing that up a little bit? Comparable to the national average. Is there anything I could do here? What about Neighborhood Watch? It's kind of pricey, but I think we can afford it. Let's give this a shot here. Okay. Tell me about the police. Crime is at an all-time low. Is it true? I mean, we're still seeing a lot of that happening, but commercial demand is wealth in hijacking. Okay. Government poll of police stations revealed New City ranks 12th in cases of hijacking. This puts us in the top 7% for crime. So, it's crime seems to be a bother still. Wet weather, good. Now, one way to check whether or not we've got enough water is to actually check these. They max out at 40,000 gallons, so if we have less than that, the city is apparently still... Man, look at that. We got a water tower on one of the priciest squares of land in the city. Anyway, if it goes below 40,000, that means the system is using it, so we need to consider that, and as we can see, it's all still being fully used, so that's fine. Pop you out of there. So we still have a lot of industrial demand. I'm tempted not to put it here, but we kind of need it. So in keeping with the putting industry on the edge, I don't know, I kind of want to put it here as well. We need to put some power lines here so that it gets used. These are massive conglomerations here. So, what else? Can we maybe look at city ordinances? No advice on that. Health? We could use hospitals. Yeah, well, I mean, the problem here is that they will always say, you need this, you need that, you need the other thing. But until Sims actually demand something, it's probably okay to sit on it for a bit. So let's go a little bit more. Train wreck. Traffic is still bad. Traffic's getting better. Landslides. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, wait a minute. We're making tons of money right now. Let me pause you for a tick. Okay. That looks like a big factory. It is a large factory. It is a 3x3. Producing pretty high amounts of pollution. But as you can see, these ones that used to be medium are now just producing low, so that's pretty good. And in fact, the land value right here is not too bad either. Crazy. But you, office towers. Pretty good, pretty good. Everyone is living in these. Crime is medium right here. By the church. Okay, well what is causing the jack up in crime on this building right here? I don't know. Looks like we got another one started here. Ooh, look at this. Alright, we're starting to get a lot more boost for that. Commercial, though, thanks to these large buildings, falling precipitously. So why don't we go ahead and actually do leveling of the terrain here. Pricey. Even though I am making money, the overall bank is not so good. So I need to be cautious there. But I think I can afford a little bit more development here at the very least. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and put some residential in. Now, should I go dense or shall I go light? I could put light kind of towards this area. Let's put in dense. I think we're about to see an issue, though. So one thing I can do to combat all the polluting industry that is developing is try and raise the intelligence of the city, which probably should consider doing at some point. Let's just keep going for a minute, though. Hospitals are now demanded. Okay, there we go. New city needs hospital. Trucks block road. The traffic is still awful. Census on pimples. A new census by the esteemed Sydney University was released today emphasizing the importance of pimples. The census focuses on identification and treatment of pimples. According to the census, everyone should be aware of the early warning signs of pimples. These include vomiting up ulcers, loss of tibia control, and occasional fits of whale violence. If you are experiencing all of these symptoms, then it's probably a sweet idea to take massive amounts of medication, representatives say. Teetotalers abstained from commenting, despite intense peer pressure to do so. In the distance, a biochemist killed carefully. What? The incident did not affect 6 old men playing checkers, but the sulky young criminal passing by did. Okay. Now we're in a heat wave. That's worth looking at there. It is 1906. So I don't actually want to put a hospital here. I think I'll put a hospital here. Because what I want to put here is a park. So let's put the hospital service right there. And I am, in fact, going to connect it with some industry right here, just to get it done and out of the way. And then we're going to come in here for a big park and slap that right down there to raise property values and hopefully help out a little bit with that. Now, all this residential that I just put down, completely unnecessary, because as we can see here, these are just little single home areas that will eventually develop into condos and apartments and whatnot. Really unnecessary to do what I just did there. But anyway, I keep going. I realize I keep turning off and on school shortage. Now they want schools. My mayoral rating is going back up, though. Bitter negotiations about what? Talks between Thailand and Jamaica doesn't affect us yet. Bank? Ooh, okay. Banks match the Fed. This is important. Not for us particularly, but these sorts of stories are important here. The federal bank has dropped lending rates to 2%. So this is a big deal if you use bonds or loans in this game, because it will have variable rates at which you borrow. So paying attention to what the banks are actually paying right now, or setting their rates at, means that we can get a very cheap loan for 2%. Obviously we don't need one. It's not an issue for our city. But if we were going to do that, that's how we would tackle that. Now, Oh yeah, bond payments right here. This is where we would take one out. And it's either in the manual or in one of the tip websites that recommends if you have to take out a bond, pay attention to the different rates, because what you can do is you can basically readjust your rate by taking out a loan at a lower rate, using that loan to pay off your previous loan, and then you'd only be paying the lower rate on whatever you owe left. This game is probably in my top 10, if not top 5 games that should be studied for game design. There's a lot going on here. I would put this and Mario. Right now, those are the only two I can definitely think of. But yeah, this game definitely belongs in a study course. We need more firemen. We still need more firemen. Fire response is adequate. Okay. Well, now we've got to also think about health and welfare. Health and welfare, this is way too much. We need to lower this. 15%. Use more hospitals. While expensive, free clinics will make you popular. Okay, so she didn't say anything about hospitals. Okay, so now she's talking about ordinances we can employ. Let's check on you. It's at C+. So another way to tell whether or not you've got enough funding is to look at these grades, and it goes all the way up to A+. You probably want it in the Bs, so we could put a little bit more into it, but until we get that complaint, I think we're fine. 2-minute response times on firefighters. We're definitely paying enough. Alright, so we had a complaint about schools. Let's look at putting one in. In fact, I'm going to put it right... Yeah, because I can put commercial here. So let's put it right here. This way it blocks industry from what will be future development of residentials along this side here. Yeah. I may not place this on the edge of the map. Well, it was a good idea. How about then we put it up here? It fits right here. It's kind of out of the way of other development. On the other hand, see, I don't know if in this game placement matters for traffic purposes. I think a lot of traffic has to do with zone transport. So the reason we're seeing so much traffic here is because everyone in residential is driving to their jobs down here. I don't think, placement of the school is really going to matter. I think it adds just citywide coverage, basically. So let's just go ahead and put this here. And then, of course, we need to come in here and we need to lower funding to be proportionately appropriate. We need more adequately funded schools. There's no way we've got this much. I think you're pulling my leg here. Let's stick it at 20%. I guess we can look, C+. Let's let this run for a little bit, though, and then we'll take a grade on it. When do I get buses? I feel like I'm looking at the wrong thing for buses. No city ordinances and no active... Okay. How about now we raise taxes on residential to kind of push that demand down. And I have not been keeping... New City is drying up. The heat is dehydrating New City, sucking up all scarce moisture that keeps the community life flowing. A water shortage was thought to be only temporary. Right, I was actually going to look at that. Which is strange because it is only 8 degrees Fahrenheit out right now. My God, my approval rating has dropped significantly. So we need to look at a few issues here. It's got to be in the roads, right? It's got to be in roads. It's only 1907. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, we are completely out of water. Check our pipes here. Okay, it's mostly industry that's having the issue here, so we need to add a few more pumps, if not add a few more of the... No, not you. The towers for soaking up a reservoir. But we could do... Let's do a pump here, here, and we'll put a tower right here. And God, I am dropping lots of money right now. So let's hope that we will be able to... Oh yeah, school is not... Thief held. Have we been... Police told reporters a thief was picked up for questioning. Okay. Locals march. Living near Guppy Street turned on in hordes. Protest the nasty smoke being produced by the factories. Okay, we still got tons of bad pollution issues, but we went up from 46 to a 63% approval rating just by doing a few basic things here. Okay, now the school is powered. Kids are not sitting in the dark anymore. Education, we still need to fund that a little bit better. Welfare, health and welfare is good. You never want to change anything with transit, because then it makes your roads and railroads be unusable, and then you have to fix and replace them. I really... Okay, the traffic issue. Police court case. Locals are filing a class action lawsuit against New City, claiming injuries suffered during violent crimes in public. Okay, we need more... We need more funding for police, apparently. Let's let this run for a little bit. Ooh, look at that! Look at that! So the problem with putting... Let me put a pause on this. The problem with keeping in time with all this stuff is that we're going to get this frequently, especially since we're running it at basically a month every couple seconds. Traffic bites, yeah. Pollution concerns, yeah. Okay, we have to be able to do something about this. I've done the pollution controls. We could do a public smoking ban. That helps with health. That doesn't help with industry. So really nothing. We can't. What we have to do... Uh-oh, and we're low on power now. That's not good. It's always something. It's always something. Tell you what, we'll put that there. I don't actually need that one there. That was a mistake. Unless I can put one there. Can I actually put one there? I'll be God, I can. Okay, and then what I wanted to do, what I wanted to do here, was do some water so that I could actually connect it to the coast here, so it actually looks like, you know, the water is coming from the reservoir down here. It's actually flowing through a hydroelectric dam. And then we'll probably end up doing this elsewhere as well. But, yeah, you know. So hopefully we get some power going out here now. This is the problem with starting as high density. This is going to be an issue for a while. Okay, let's get some commercial in here, since that seems to be the next big thing. Although it's strange, because we're getting big buildings for commercial, but it doesn't match with what's going on here. And this is also why you don't really want to clump these all together. I'd really like to actually maybe start developing elsewhere. I think we're probably going to have to at some point. Let's keep this going, though. A little bit longer. That's not what I actually wanted to look at. Showing that to me anyway. You know, let's go ahead and bump this up to like 30%. 40%? 50%. Let's actually just wait a minute and see what this is at. This is now at A+. Okay, we're adequately funded. Grand Poobah trapped. Traffic still sucks. Communists occupy an enemy base. Troops threaten airbase. Venezuela. Criminal gets foot. Following the nationwide plea for foots. I guess I'd need to finish reading the rest of it. Andrew Nigel, a Tallahassee criminal, was the recipient of 38 offers of donor foots. The parched Andrew noted, "Thank you, everyone. Now I will be able to play football and score a bullseye." Doctors at Tallahassee General ask those with spare foots to donate at their local hospitals to help those with pimples everywhere. What is going on here? Let's check our reservoirs. We have no stored water in the system. Oh, okay. Hold on a tick. Forgot something here. Pause. I have not added these to the system. That's kind of a big deal there. Maybe now we'll actually get some water here. Okay. So we've got plenty of money coming in. I'm not keeping it. I managed to spend it before I'm able to sit on it for a bit. We've now cratered our need for commercial because, you know, of buildings like that one, damn it. Because of buildings like this one, the office tower, very good. No crime, because it's probably sitting right next to this thing. Yeah, see, our proportion here is out, but Mr. Police Chief here says that, well, he says we could use a little bit more. Even at 50%, huh? We need more firemen. We need more firemen. What I think we need, actually, is just a little bit more. Let's increase taxes. He actually wants to raise taxes. I don't think we ought to, though. I mean, maybe if I raise taxes on the industry just a little bit, that'll get them to start going away and chill out a little bit more. I have not been paying attention to the ratios I've been putting down. What is our current population at? I cannot tell. I cannot tell how many Sims are currently in my city. Is that in the newspaper, maybe? No. Because population is kind of integral to that. Okay, here we go. We're sitting on 6,000 Sims. I think that's what this is. Yes. Okay. So this 4:1:3 ratio is for less than 10,000 people. So I should probably spend some time doing that. And I will do that off camera. Right now, I just want these guys to invent the damn bus. We've got subways. Okay, well, I guess we'll do that. How? Is it 1950 when you get buses, maybe? So anyway, we can do subways. This will be good. What's not so good is I don't know if this competes with the water pipes. I would actually like you to go up so I can see where we do the subway station. Okay. So all public transport it only benefits you if you have a system going from one zone type to another. So having a bus route around residentials or whatever isn't going to be as effective or good at all. So what we're going to do here, let's put one here. Let's put one here. How about where that's destroyed? I gotta destroy it first. Okay, let's put it here then. See, we probably need one over here. In fact, if I circle you around, yeah. Most of our traffic is right down here, though, so if I could get... Oh, wait. I know I said I shouldn't be doing... Actually... Well, that must be because it's not next to a road, but it should be getting a road from here, so I don't know what's going on with that. We could put it in one of these. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go ahead and bulldoze you, and we have to bulldoze the rebel. Then let's grab subway station. Put you there. And then I think I'd kind of like to put one here. Maybe one here. About halfway point there. Or maybe I should have one in the middle with the industrial. Yeah, alright, let's put one here. This is going to be pricey. Let's do subway. And we will subway that. And then we will do subway there. We'll do a subway here. Now I probably should do subways under the streets instead of under housing. For realism. But okay, let's see what this does to traffic. Now that we've actually got some public transport in here. Transit Authority. I have no advice to give. Probably because now subways are... No. You never mess with that. Just never mess with that. Okay, we're seeing some of this disappear here. Sort of. Not really. It's fluctuating. 200 passengers a day. Money situation still pretty stable. 750 passengers a day. Let's see, that is not the one I want. Yeah, so the citywide system is pushing 750 people a day. I really don't think that this is going to do it. 684 out here. Okay, this is actually going away. Well, with traffic so bad, I really don't know that I want to create another citywide connection here. And we're running out of money, so I need to be sitting on this for just a little bit. Until a dramatic problem happens, like we just saw something disappear here. Oh no, look at that! They turned that big office building into a drive-in theater. My own fault here, demands are rising and falling. We just need to sit on the city for a little bit and make my money back. There's no traffic going on out here, though. Uh-oh. Now that we're actually hearing honking horns, it's getting bad. Again, this is why you shouldn't be doing this with dense cities to begin with. You should start out with light density and then go heavy. I just wasn't paying attention. Cut back on services until our funds increase. We will not be doing that, sir. Could do a little bit more funding to the police, but right now this doesn't seem to be an issue. Cars collide smoothly, traffic is still bad. Teachers need support. Okay, so let's check out our funding in our schools, or school, because we've only got the one. It says A+. So that one's got adequate funding, but we just need more schools, I guess. Because how much? It's got a capacity for 1,500, and there's not even that much. So don't give me that crap, sir. Unless maybe I just need another one. I don't know. I think I'll just let it sit. We're not really suffering too much. Traffic, naughty. Chairman shelled. The guitar, okay, that's something else entirely. Heat. Let's check on our water supply. Haven't seen anything about that lately. We are out of water again. We look as though we've got enough in the system, just not an excess. Why did this get taken away? Just not enough to fulfill a surplus is the deal there, so Okay, that is not the correct Alt button. Alt 3, how about? As long as we're making profit, I don't care. I just want to get us to the next era. What was that shortage? Alt pause? Alt pause, please? Chronicle. The police suck. Witnessed something terrible. An old woman was mugged. Okay, we just don't have enough. We don't have enough. Let's go 75%. Comparable to the national average. I think we just need to go full 100%. And it's still comparable to the national average, which means we don't have enough police. Let's let this run for a little bit, though. Maybe after a couple of months that'll stabilize. We're starting to see a lot of good buildings come in. A lot of dense buildings, not necessarily good buildings. Okay, I think we do need more police coverage. What we're seeing here. Let's pause for a moment, please. So one thing I guess I could try to do to maybe kill some of the density, but I think it would have a large impact upon the traffic, is to create another neighborhood. Let's go ahead and do this, though. Let's finish off some of our road systems. And I do want to maybe connect a bridge here. So what can we do this way? If I put just a little road offshoot that way, right there, we really wouldn't gain anything. So I think we'll just leave that. But what we will do is put another one of you down. Yeah, let's put that there. And then what I'll need to do is string a power line out there. And then, of course, we need to do more of our pipes. Now let me look here. Not that one. There. I guess we can do a little bit of redundancy here. Alright, so let's check these out. Okay, land value, surprisingly, look at this. Look at this. So we've got a very, very ugly large factory, and then we've got this commercial building right there. Let's check out the map. So, like, there is a very strong divide in land value right there. Probably shouldn't be mixing stuff like this. This is actually pretty terrible. We've got a large demand for housing suddenly. I think that'll start seeing this develop. You know what? Let's check in on the mayor's home. 63% approval rating. Okay. Go just a little bit longer here. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Got me a big one. What do we have here? No advice. Lower taxes to encourage growth. I guess. I really don't want more industrial right now, though. Although I guess I should. What I need to do is actually we could use a little more. Okay, let's go 50% on that. Okay. Need more firemen because of course we do. 65%. There we go. What I need to do actually is stop for a minute, and I need to look and see how much industry do I have and check my ratios, and just actually start paying more attention to that. See, the problem here is that it's easier to check this in terms of blocks than it is to actually think about little 3x3 areas. So when we actually get over here to the other side of the city and start utilizing more of this, I think it'll be easier to keep track of what we do have and what we don't have. Yeah, not a fan of this being so dense. I could wipe it out and just rezone it as low density and then move higher density out to here as we go. It's a little bit backwards, but I feel like that's really the only way we can do it. But this definitely feels like it should be a little bit more suburban, and this is where the city center ought to be. So yeah, we'll just maybe do a little bit of that. I've got some money here, but I'd really rather have more. Maybe if I build myself back up to about 10 grand, which shouldn't take too long if I can somehow stop myself from constantly spending, then maybe then I can just go ahead and start affording to build to the rest. God, I want my bus stations. That's what I want. I want my bus stations. There we go. 1925. We now have bus stations. Okay, so maybe we can come in here and start tackling the situation with all this terrible, awful traffic. But anyway, I'm going to end this one here. I will see you next time.